How police authorities harassed me as a licensed gun owner for defending myself against killer herdsmen. US-based doctor and farmer Dr. Mabayoje explains why he sued Oyo CP SARS commander. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Sahara reporters had last week reported that Mabayoje dragged the trio before the Oyo State High Court over an alleged invasion of his property and threatening of his workers. A farmer in Oyo State, Dr. John Mabayoje, has explained why he sued the State Commissioner of Police, Ngozi Onadeko, the defunct SAS commander in the state, and one officer identified as Inspector Julius. Sincerely, I don't understand. I will get gun and get license. I don't know if they now do that too. And now, because okay, yes, and I'm using it to defend myself. I'm waiting I use my money get license for. You won't come. They said, now this one I go say, if you put body, you go collect. The news in detail. Sahara reporters had last week reported that Mabayoje dragged the trio before the Oyo State High Court over an alleged invasion of his property and threatening of his workers. Mabayoje, a large-scale commercial farmer, has stated that the legal action followed constant police harassment he suffered over his resistance to Fulani herdsmen who invaded his farm worth 2 billion naira. The case was heard on Thursday and has since been adjourned to Tuesday, June 7th. Giving further details in a statement issued on Friday, the farmer said he had restrained the police from gaining access to his estate since October 2021, when Fulani terrorists invaded the Abolongo prison in Oyo town, which is a few kilometers from his estate. Mabayoje explained that the escapees had invaded the estate looking for clothes, shoes, and other items to steal to aid their escape. He said he immediately instructed the security staff, who included firearm license hunters, to engage the intruders, particularly with the overwhelming firepower and explosive of the Fulani terrorists. He stated, on Thursday morning, I was in a high court in Oyo town. I have restrained the police, especially the SAS, from coming to my estate. The reason for my court action started from their coming to my estate on the night of jailbreak by 30 Fulani terrorists armed to the teeth. They invaded the Obolongo jail, which is just about 750 yards from my southernmost boundary. They made their way into the federal low-cost housing estate, which borders my compound, looking for clothes, shoes, motorcycles, cars, and money to discard the prison clothes, as well as aid the escape. I instructed my security men, who include firearms licensed hunters, to engage them. With the overwhelming firepower and explosive the Fulani terrorists had, I had no choice but to protect my family, investment, and staff. The hunters did what they had to do and saved the estate and the eastern end of the federal low-cost housing estate from invasion. The western end of the low-cost housing was not so lucky. We survived that harrowing experience by a whisker because for 30 minutes it was very unpredictable how this would all end. That Friday was a day that would go down in infamy in the eastern Oyo town area. The public safety and military lost at least 7 men. After that, public safety started coming around our estate along the AI. They now came to report to the general manager that the night security men smoked Indian hemp in front area of my compound near the entrance. Mabayoje said in January 2022, while he was away in the United States, security operative visited the estate and informed the general manager that there was a petition against him. The general manager, a woman, had insisted on seeing the petition so she could brief her superior, but was not permitted. The officers further claimed that they saw 3 SUVs in front of Mabayoje's house and passed comment that doctor has this big place and hasn't breathed on them. He noted that the officers returned on May 5, 2022 with a search warrant, which had not included the name of who it was addressed to and addressed to be searched, no name of any magistrate or judge on it, and had no date whatsoever. He said the general manager noted this discrepancy, but immediately 3 of them cocked the rifles and made for the main residential area, 120 yards away, where they assumed I would be. They stopped at the edge of a 40-yard walkway leading up to the main pedestrian gate demarcating the private quarters. A call went out to the superior, and after the GM spoke to him, he told them to withdraw. I was in another part of the farming estate during this drama. I was oblivious to what happened. When I returned to the security main getaway area, I was briefed and, like a responsible citizen, asked my GM to call the SAS commander, as he referred to himself. On my instructions, he was told to expect me the next day. The next day, after my lawyer sent 2 experienced legal hands, we all went to the police headquarters to the old Oyo division at Doba. The SAS commander started the conversation around the petition against me in January, 3 months after they started surveillance on my property after the Abolongo attack, where 7 security agencies personnel lost their precious life to terrorists. The first thing he did was to mention that there was a petition against me and that the commissioner of police in Ibadan headquarters had directed him to investigate the petition. When I asked for the copy of the petition, now that my lawyer was with me, he lied to us that the petition was in the office of his administrative officer, who was in Ibadan. He let us no doubt that his mission was for extortion. With this picture he painted, if you add the fact that he insinuated to me that I would decide which of my firearms I would keep and which I could lose, depending on his discretionary powers, even if licensed. Mabayoji added, as he clearly showed, my ownership of the licensed firearm bothered him more than our safety. His unprofessional utterances showed that he is disgruntled with his superior officers for starving him of funds, and he insinuated that he needed financial contribution to make up for that financial shortfall. It is time to let my lawyers take my prayer to the court of the law to see that my fundamental right as a law-abiding citizen, gun-owning citizen farmer upheld. Returnees from overseas who have gone into commercial rural agriculture have been the preferred target of murderous terrorists, rapists, bandits, and armed robbers. It is only logical for me to seek that my right to bear firearms responsibly be respected while I search for recouping my investment and preparing to leave Nigeria. That is my prayer before the legal system. Person hustle for money, problem. Person no hustle for money, problem. You defend yourself, problem. You no defend yourself, problem. Which way, Nigeria? Now, this man is learned, though. Imagine an unlearned person. Then we say the person don't enter inside, so before you know, the person will be swimming in the ocean of problems. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.